Stand off, stranger. Friend or foe?
She searches your face for treachery. Doesn't seem to find it.
All right then, you can pass. But I suggest you don't. I suggest you turn around and head another direction entirely. The Magisters of a Shrieker up there. It killed my friend. May have killed that Magister too. I wouldn't tangle with it alone. Fact, I wouldn't tangle with it at all. I'm glad to hear you survived the sight. You may not be so lucky a second time.
She gives you a long look.
Well then, if we're going to be friends, let me mark your map. See this place? There are others hiding there. You should join. Once Gareth emerges from the keep there, he and I will join you directly.
She hides her joy behind a cool look.
Well then, you have done us a service. I must find the others and get the hell off this goddamned island. I suggest you do the same.
With a nod of respect, she turns to leave.
We await you. Join us.
Rubbish! You're back. I only stock the best precious wares, are they not?
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
Thank you. You were missed.
They are relics of great power. Please, you must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Armadia, it could aid your cause.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the...
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, Goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face. I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex, but more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen.
Keep your wits about you, Ryan Blair.
You don't understand. No one understands. My heart held such fear, but with Brachus I was safe. He needed me, and I needed him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry. I tried not to see it. I told myself it was fine, that the stronger he became, the stronger I was. What stupid lies. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came, until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Take heart, Leia. You're stronger than you know.
Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil, but Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me. I spent far too little time there. It was a strange place, but there was peace. A peace I never knew before. Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
may serve. Good work, son. Yes, sir.
Did you see? Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
Blessed Armadia, grant these soldiers your protection.
Hold it together, Leia.
I pray
You're
you
doing
will
great.
strengthen their spells and set their
good
blades
to see you.
aflame.
Be heading home
We
in
were
no
afraid.
time.
We were so
I
afraid.
pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass it. I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name. My thanks, friend. I would say I owe you my life, but I owe you so much more.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
What word do you bring?
I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the end.
We move, seekers. Now is...
The others wouldn't let me join them for the fight. You should get moving, though. They'll need you at their side.
You cannot stand against the truth.
Those magisters are going to regret they ever laid eyes on us. We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
Curvin stares at the body of his dead comrade, tightly gripping his weapon in a cold fury.
2 magisters will die for every fallen seeker here if I have any say in the matter.
You would attack the Magisters directly? Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly? Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
You would attack the Magisters directly. Are you so eager to die, Seeker? You cannot stand against the Shriekers, not without stronger weapons than these.
I see flurries, and the air thrums. Could it be Spain?
Look, it's him!
He has come.
Look alive. The hammer should be with us shortly. Not like her to be late. There could be boys woken nearby. Stay ready. If any seekers survive, meséljük a sor. What, like her?
You must help us wage our war, that peace may be.
Oh, shite. I figured it was only a matter of time. I'm ready to pay the price. That's not for me to say. If you must kill me, then kill me. I really can't tell you more. I owe Alexander everything. I don't question him. I'm no warrior. My mission has only ever been to watch and share what I see. I give information to Alexander. He doesn't give information to me. I don't know. I really don't. All I know is what I see. We're combing the island looking for weapons and artifacts. Anything that might help deal with the damned sorcerers once and for all. They deserve their fate. Dallas makes them silent, living weapons. Fearsome creatures. Dallas calls them shriekers. The Seekers have no hope of overcoming them. If I must die, then I die with a clear conscience. I serve only the Divine and his Son.
Worms take you!
Careful now, that's a trap. Careful, I've spotted a trap. Careful now, that's a trap.
So you think those things down the steps there are dangerous? The ones hanging on the sticks? Want to go to the wharf, don't I? I'm a wharf rat. There's food and stuff on the wharf. Like it can be a ship. I've always wanted to be a ship rat. Okay, right, great. I'll go so. Cheers.
yield to none.
I'll yield to none!
Do you see now? Your foul sorcery will be the death of us all. Only a fool does not fear the void. Now fight!
I'm ready. Yeah.
ready. Glory is mine. Commander is dead. My contract is fulfilled.
Well, quite the mess you've made here. I'm Melody. And you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang. She releases you and grins, running tongue over teeth.
God-woken. My mother certainly thought so. I didn't hurt you, did I?
She leans back, looks you over, and smirks.
So, God-woken, you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you make of that? Well, first things first, Alice's little necklaces are lovely, but not quite in vogue where we're going. There, better.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you?
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what he taught you. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As the spell fades, the skin heals once more. Her whole body seems to relax.
You really are God-woken. I'm... happy. Oh, how unbecoming. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Malady beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling. Boat first, questions later.
Malady grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Yes, this might be
A
something.
light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead magisters held.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Well, well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque, but, well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate. Oh, yes, It seems our shield is still here, Quercus. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? Pfft, you give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they? Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
What trickery did the hammer use to control this thing? We're lucky to have made it this far. But our luck will be for nothing if this ship doesn't take sail soon.
You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better.
Trickery did the hammer use to control this thing?
Nothing on any of the dead bodies. Maybe there's something below decks.
Freedom's so close. We have to set sail. Freedom's so close. We have to set sail.
There must be something around here. Something we're missing.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey.
Here you stand. Dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular. She's the founder of these Seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it. Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do a place called Driftwood, host a putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite comfortable.
Getting it done, come hell or high water. Likely both, eh?
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcoming, but you'll brighten it up, I'm sure. Got family near there. Not the adventuring types. For the best, really. Meister Siva's there too. My leader. Our leader. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart. Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them. I won't let the Fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood. Children ripped from families. Seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others. Other Godwoken. When Lucian died, we waited, and waited some more. Alexander never rose to divinity. Then we started to find more like him. We weren't the only ones who noticed either. Not every Godwoken we found was alive. And so the Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead. She's not, well, not in the strictest sense. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Freedom's so close. We have to set sail.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken. close to escaping.
Hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from terror. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. That's right, Godwoken. Another Seeker is dead, so you might live long enough to face your destiny. I hope Malady is right about you.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment. Nothing. The ship is live wood, that much is clear.
She sighs.
I know. Just be careful.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering...
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
I remember this one. His name was
Blessings
Kerbin.
to our fallen.
His friend's
Pray that
sword
they may
couldn't
find
save him, it
rest.
would appear.
Blessings to our fallen.
Hey, stranger. Glad to see you. No reds in the offing yet. Don't imagine they'll stay gone, though.
would I hide something important if I was a man?
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... from the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work. Ready. We'd probably get tired of this view soon enough anyway.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and... The silent monk leans from...
Boring.
Nothing. Damn it. Looking for... Will I know it when I see it? Nothing. Damn it. There must be something around here. Looking for... Will I know it when I see it?
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving. Whatever I'm looking for.
Nothing. Damn it. We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
Allies for hire.
You're the Godwoken, right? Then maybe you can find a way through.
The sergeant doesn't seem interested in...
We've braved the joy, and I lust for further adventure. What say you?
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with...
If the price is right.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
The old band back together again, hmm? I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
But I'm not the same, am I? Your god wants me dead. My... god? Devil? Who knows? It wants me. It's getting stronger and I need to outpace it.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Enough!
I can hear its thoughts. It isn't out for blood. It's out for pain. Domination. Total domination. I was wrong to think I could hold it off. I might hurt you. I might hurt anyone. Could you stop me? Really stop me, if it came to that?
Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady...
Do I ever? Still sore from that one. At the time, I wanted you to defend me. I didn't realize how bad things had gotten. I know better now. Something like that happens again, you do what needs to be done. Deal? Fair enough. But I can't walk beside you then. I need more than a companion. I need someone I can trust to do what needs to be done. You let me know if you change your mind. Hey,
If it were up to me.
If you're here to talk about traveling together again, my mind hasn't changed. Unless I can trust you to do what you need to do if the thing takes control, I can't go with really? Really, really?
She grabs your hand enthusiastically and shakes it hard.
Then the contract is sealed. Let's go, Chief.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Enough!
Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters. If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you. I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Enough! Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters.
I've spotted something.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win you.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us. I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. All right then, just don't make me regret it. I'll keep an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again. I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Enough! Hope you find something useful. Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters. Hope you find something useful. If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you. I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again. I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Enough! Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters. I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again. If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
A young magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine
A young magister paces around the... She notices...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, dwarf. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. There's a shift in the magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then...
I'm a good magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know. Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the... All right.
Ifan grabs you by the sleeve, not hard, but insistent.
Let me work on him. I've got questions that need answers. Answers I can only get from him.
Ifan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, Alexander's eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Ifan grabs him by the jaw and shakes, violently. Alexander's face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to consciousness.
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape? Why? Why?
No matter how loud Ifan shouts his questions, there is no response from the unconscious Alexander. He reaches his arm back, and you realize he intends to punch Alexander in the face. He turns and snarls at you, the expression on his face so vicious you recoil involuntarily. Seeing this, he falters. In an instant, he is a blank slate, devoid of any discernible emotion. Without a word, Ifan strides away.
Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell
It's good
can't
to be on the open seas again. Yes, but if he's god-woken like us, maybe for now, just maybe, it's good fortune that he's still breathing. The Lone Wolves were tasked with killing Godwoken. So if we want to find out who's hunting us, we'll need to track down my old pack to get some answers.
You spoke, didn't you?
Suit yourself. This is a friendship of convenience after all. We'll just stick together, as long as it's used.
Ifan looks at you askance, then doubles up, laughing. He wipes tears from his eyes and stutters to speak, but he can't stop laughing enough to do so.
Oh, she was a fine one. You see there, she writes like a cottage innocent, but the truth is, it was she who stole everything from the Chems. She wrote that whole book to cover her tracks, so nobody would look for the missing gold anywhere near her. She never even met Roost, though she paints quite an accurate picture of his, bedroom antics.
And with that, he's laughing uncontrollably again, waving you away with both hands. He grunts approvingly. Bishop Alexander lies bruises swell beneath his eyes. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean. A beautiful six-sided gem. The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that
The
now,
Magister
Red.
leans in and whispers urgently.
If you ever find yourself face to face with Magisters, you tell them I was tortured. I didn't betray the cause, not until I was near death. Understand?
Whatever that Magister told you, I hope it helps.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. The wood groans and creaks. The face vanishes. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure.
I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again.
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I?
To whom do I owe my thanks? Armor? Such a limiting word, but yes, it serves that purpose, amongst others. Dallas has been keeping me prisoner here, but I try to keep working on my own projects when I can. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding, until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. Oh, yes. She could be a most cruel mistress, I'm sad to report.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do. She had me enchant a dead cat over there, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is a blur. Trust me, convenient is the last word I'd use to describe the experience. Pass me that copper wire there, would you?
An unseen force yanks the copper out of your grasp.
Butterfingers? I'm afraid I truly can't remember anything. Now, unless there's something else you want, I need to get back to my work. I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? Well, you're painting me into a corner here, friend. And I don't like to be cornered.
The Seekers are too trusting by half. We can't just let this healer go free.
Anyone who faced enslavement deserves our sympathy, not our blades. Leave him.
Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe, but I can't judge him, yet.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and shakes it. There's a lot more power in his grip than his slender frame would suggest.
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service. We're barely acquainted. Why should I tell you anything personal? Well, as you put it like that, let's not. I must admit, despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire her a little. The woman is unwavering. She will break before she bends. So if you should cross paths again, be sure to leave her broken. You will not get another chance. There's likely not a soul aboard this ship without secrets they'd rather keep hidden. Why should I'm not some serving boy? You'll demand nothing from me.
A pyramid. What on Rivellon is this for?
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
What script is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be written in verse.
I've spotted something.
as I stalk my prey. My tail rattles like a snake's. I suffer. Don't touch me. My very being is a curse. Was Tarquin that wretch, that rat? I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on a lark. Me miserable. Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite changed, but don't be frightened. You? She sent you?
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankles.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around here somewhere. The song, of course. Trouble not my...
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone, I'm too light to trip the moving door. I'm sure there's a rat back there.
Oh, Quercus, don't be like that. I was looking at his bone structure for academic purposes. There's nothing to be jealous of, honestly.
What's this? I found something.
Junk.
I'm ready.
Hurts, doesn't it? Were those guards or victims?
Both, I fear.
Another pyramid.
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
You after something? Looking to interrogate me again, perhaps?
Warriors for hire. Seasoned in combat. They won't let down. You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win you.
You saw it, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
You after something? Looking to interrogate me again, perhaps? I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more unpleasantness. I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. No! This piece is far beyond what those wretches could muster. This is something of my own design, to meet my own requirements. The Magisters left me weakened, but this will help give me the strength to carry on my work.
What am I looking for? Will I know it when I see it?
Nothing on any of the dead bodies.
Here
Maybe
you
there's some-
stand. Naughty lizard. Then I suppose that rune on the figurehead was a slave scar. Well done. Go on then. Sing it to the figurehead and get her to sail.
Her eyes suddenly flash a bright red.
Please spare me. We need to move. Don't mistake me, Godwoken. The Order is coming, and they're coming for you. Sing the song, take control of the ship, or die.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
Gareth pauses, then shakes his head.
A mistake was made. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Gareth stumbles backwards. His words pierce you like daggers.
Whatever's on that page is none of your concern. Let the dead rest. If only you were as concerned with getting this ship moving as you are with the past, we might be in Driftwood by now. Look ahead, Godwoken. There's only so much the past can teach us. Look ahead, Godwoken. There's only so much.
What trickery did the hammer use to control this thing?
Nothing.
Be careful around the figurehead. Ter Sendelius.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bare. The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master?
Our sacred ancestor tree, tended to the slaves of warmongers.
You are kind, but I can never be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready. Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree. In a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. But that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
We have to make good on our escape.
The sails overhead billow outwards suddenly.
Magisters, they razed sacred elven lands and uprooted ancestor trees from the earth. I was one of them. They tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity.
Tended to the slaves of warmongers.
Of course.
Where the ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail?
A slow, toothless smile stretches across her face.
To driftwood, then. It most certainly is. Forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the Godwoken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. You fight with such fire. Let's make it.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
It's like lava flowing through me. I can't contain it long. Right.
Focus! Stop her sorcery!
Hold them off. I need more time.
You will not take me again, Dallas.
May you die in a great, beautiful blaze. Burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
Silence the demon! She must be stopped!
Don't stop. It's working.
done for.
Silence the demon! She must be stopped!
I need more. Almost there. A little longer.
May you die in a great, beautiful blaze.
With the help of the half-demon malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it? How can this be?
Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His eyelids flutter, and his face, bluish and bloated, nods. Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great... Ralik hangs limp from the tree, his helmeted head hangs...
Hurry!
Amadia hangs before you. You lean in. That's no... Before you hangs a great ethereal orb. Tight coils wrapped. Cursed tendrils tighten. A small, stout imp wince. As the cursed tendrils fade, color returns to Duna's face. He shakes his head and casts his gaze about him.
My brothers, my sisters, it is profane, inglorious, perfect. My chosen, now is our chance. Yes, we squalled like children until the bogeyman came for us in the night. But here you are, the light that scatters the shadows. My chosen, my God-woken, our hope. I had a vision while I hung from this tree, halfway between this realm and oblivion. In this vision, I saw Rivellon as a nothingness. All life was gone, all ground. It was as though nothing had been there at all. Our great people were reduced to absence.
His pupils dilate. He stares beyond you for a moment, then blinks and comes to himself again.
The void. It is not just coming. It has arrived. It delivered this vision to me. A threat. A promise. You must stop it. You must begin within. You have unlocked but a fraction of the tremendous power within you. You cannot stop until you've reached the apex of your powers. You cannot stop until you become divine. Only as divine can you defeat the void. Only as divine can you deliver us from evil. Only as divine can you save Dwarvenkind and all Rivellon from the coming darkness.
He opens his mouth to speak, but nothing comes out. His eyes grow large. The irises shrink to tiny slivers as his pupils expand.
Shh. I see the void even now. It stalks me from the shadows. It won't rest until... No, it's here. It cannot find us. It cannot go.
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade.
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
The void has been pushed back before by the power of mortals. The gods couldn't handle it, but maybe we can.
What can yet be blessed, can yet be restored. One way or another, Divinity will survive. Through all of you, and all of me.
Gods schmods. They aren't interested in me, and I'm not interested in them. It seems whatever's inside me is more powerful than any of them anyway. Or at least more cunning.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt a lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?